but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Baltimore Ravens. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4.
Thomas. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Ball carrier.
Deron Payne's one of a good number of young defensive tackles in the game. Made a nice stop there, now in his 3rd year out of Alabama.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
And the Ravens.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. On the tackle, it was Greg Stroman, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
It's now 2nd.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Ingram.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 27-yard line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Andrews.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Ingram. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
At the goal line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score. Ravens.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Ingram runs over it and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Marcus Peters.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down now, it's Love.
Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. To throw again, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Ravens.
On 1st down, Ingram. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Ingram. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 37. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down, Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation. They find them.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Oh, that's the way to run
Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Ravens 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
13 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Lions move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 19 yards away. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
DeAnthony Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson will throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes this Washington 26, Ravens 21. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A throw complete to Dorsett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. On 1st and 10, Watson flushed out right.
And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Mark Andrews.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and
a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Ravens.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 39. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Lamar Miller on the carry.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Lamar Miller, the ball carrier.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up.
Now a hit and a loose football. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For a Washington. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The tackle made by Cameron Wake. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 20.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.